Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing great today. Today, I want to talk to you about an experience, an exchange I had with a client. And full disclosure here, hopefully this person doesn't see it, but if they see the video, oh well. So, I met with a client early this week, and I do taxes as well as coaching, and I had the opportunity to go and see him. I left very early in the morning to drive to see him, and he, for some whatever reason, decided, hey, I don't feel comfortable with the work that you've been doing, and so I'm not going to pay you. I had to catch myself because I said to myself, this is not a person who I just met or have little exchange. This is a person that I know for over 15 years. And if you're like me, you're probably taken aback saying, what is going on? Why couldn't we have the discussion before? Why do I have to drive all the way here to be, have this conversation and to discuss this? So, I kind of made the decision for myself that, you have to know your value, and you have to also decide when something is not serving you anymore. And I know when you're beginning your journey with business, sometimes that they say you have to take some things from people, kind of, navigate and find your way. But I've been doing this for over 30 years. So no, I'm not interested in hearing people going through situations and taking any, nonsense from anybody after dealing with them for so long. So sometimes in this scenario, you have to decide what's good for you and what's not. And letting people go, even though people might say, well, can you tolerate them? What's the cost associated? Sometimes cost has no bearing. Sometimes you have to look past the cost and decide what is more important. And being professional, of course, because I strive about being professional. But one thing that I'm not going to do is going to be in a position where a person can play with my time. That's all we have is time. And when somebody plays with your time, that's something that you should just put a stop to. It's a non-starter. Do not allow people to play with you and to take your time, because you can't get that back. So for me, going to draft a very nice email and tell them, since this is December, I'll be finalizing things, and you can look for another accountant. And that's it. No back and forth, no arguing, because life is too short, right? But the one thing we're going to have an understanding that my value and what I bring to the table is not going to be minimized. So if you're struggling with this yourself, if you're having a problem making the decision to let someone go or let a client go because, I need the client, and let me tell you what happens. I honestly believe this with all my heart. When you let go of people who are not serving you, you're actually trying to make room for people who do. And you know what happened 4 hours later that day? A client referred me to a potential client who's looking for my services. And what would this client do? This client is going to step in, replace them at a higher price point. That's why you have to always trust the system. Have your faith just deep down, believing that you don't have to hold on to people and to things just because it's convenient. Now, yes, you have to do your due diligence. But in this scenario, I know that I've done my best to serve. But sometimes in life, things just don't happen. And that's okay. But what I'm not going to do, and what you shouldn't do, is allow anything or anybody to disrespect you or to minimize what you bring to the table. Especially if you know that you're bringing value to them. So, in conclusion, I hope that this will spark something in you, that you're going to decide that you're no longer going to just deal with people or things that are not going to serve you. Let them go and make room for people and things that truly are going to respect you. Again, I hope this resonated with you. If you could, please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel. Looking forward to talking to you soon. And most importantly, live on purpose.